today I have my friend, now I've known you for a long time too, brother, master musician, producer, master singer, great supporter, Paul Avery. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Man, it's great to be here.
It's great to have you.
It's great to be here.
This is going to be good. Before I get into anything else, let's just talk about this new single you got going on here. A lot of people know who you are. We'll get into the beginnings, but this new single you got, I believe, is very powerful.
Praise God.
And it expresses not only your heart, but the heart of a believer.
Yes.
Which is two different, which can be two different things, but can also be together. But talk about this new single you got.
Well, the song actually came about when my mom was ill. She was in the hospital, and I just was in a place of just trusting God for healing, not knowing that it was actually the last stages. She was in the last stages of cancer.
Wow.
And we didn't know what the situation was until a few days before she passed. So when we found out, when the doctors finally told us what was going on with us, because she didn't want anybody to know what she was dealing with.
Right.
But when they finally told us, it was too late. But in the process, I remember when they came in and they basically said, you know, she has a few days. She's has a few days before she passed. And I went to my car at Howard, and I sat in the car, and all I heard was Yahweh, Yahweh, you are a miracle working God. I began to sing it. I began to cry and just weep for about 20 minutes. And I've been actually traveling in the last 6 or 7 years. And wherever I go, if God drops a song in my spirit, I'll just sing it.
And I've known you to do that.
Yeah. Just spontaneously, you know, just sing whatever God says sing, and I'll sing it. And as you know, as a writer, when you sing those songs and you see the fruits of those songs, okay, you got one. God gave you one. Gave you a good one. So I began to sing the song, and my bishop, Bishop Kebe, he would just say, sing the song. Every service, Yahweh, Yahweh. He didn't even know that God gave me the song. Right. Then from there, I booked a studio session. I went right in the studio, and I recorded the song. And actually, this song wasn't the first song that I was going to release as a single. And I remember when I came back from the first session, I came home, and my wife, she was like, "Yeah, you know, you was in the studio." Actually, I did my first session. I went and recorded this song at Tyrone Power's studio.
Yeah, I did in Virginia.
Yeah. I just went out there. It was random. I was like, "Tyrone, man, I want to record some stuff, man." He was like, "All right, well, come on out." So I went and recorded the song, and I got home. And my wife, you know, normally I don't like to let my wife hear anything until it's done. Because you know our wives, you know, they want it to be right. They don't want us to release anything premature. So, you know, I said, you know what, I'll let you hear it. So I remember my wife, my daughter was on the couch. And I played it one time, and my wife, she just kind of, she goes into this mode. If she feels God on it, I don't care who it is. If she feels God on it, you know, she'll just kind of get quiet. I played it, and when it was done, she said, "Play it again." And I played it again. I mean, just quiet, like she ain't say a word. When it was done, Phil, my wife was like, "Nah, Paul, you need to release this. This need to be the first song." Like the other song was, it's great. That's gonna be on the next part of the CD. Right. But my wife was like, release it, and we need to do whatever we can. So it's a prophetic song, and the timing of it, as you said, that is actually the meaning of that song. It's actually for believers that just, you know, no matter what you're going through, it's a testament that no matter what your situation is, God is still a miracle working God. You may not even be in need, or you may not, or you may have somebody or know somebody who needs God in a situation. This is just a testament to believe that whatever God says, that's what we trust His word, that He's a miracle worker.
Amen. And it's available right now. All major outlets, digital outlets. It's a good song, y'all. Go pick it up. It's got some major production on it. I listened to it today, and I know you took some time and spent some time on it. Yes. And I believe it's going to bless you, especially if you're going through some sickness. He is a miracle working God. You are a phenomenal musician. You've been a phenomenal musician for a long, long time. One of the chief musicians at Ebenezer AME Church. Big shout out to them in Fort Washington, Maryland.
Yes, my family.
And the SDA, Capitol Hill SDA Church. We just had Michelle Riley in here a couple weeks ago. You have done it all. talk to some young musician that's trying to make it. They're trying to work their way up in the church circuit or in ministry. What advice would you give to them?
I've had the chance to kind of minister to other musicians coming up along my way. I would say first, just make sure you're not just doing it because you love music. There are a lot of musicians. They're just, even they play in the church. They play in church because they just love music. You got to be careful of just loving music, because then you can play any type of music.
Right.
What is your foundation? Why do you do what you do? And I've had the opportunity to kind of share with musicians through the years. Just soak yourself in the Word. Get in the habit of making the Word your foundation, and making prayer and fasting even. So that you're not just playing music. Or that when you play, we'll see the fruits of your labor, and it's not just going and shedding all day. That's absolutely good. To study your craft and make sure that you're good, but to make sure that there's foundation under it.
Right.
It's the Word, it's prayer, and that's what I would tell all musicians. Make sure that it's not just a gig for you. My grandmother. I was raised by the late Dr. Rosie Best, and she actually taught me. She used to always say to me, "Paul, it's about the souls. Whatever you do, make it about this. It's about souls. It's about winning souls." So I mean, if you use that as a foundation, you'll always reach people.
Right. What's your future aspiration?
My future aspirations. I just really want to. What God has given me, I want to get it out. I just don't want God to come back and say, Paul, I gave you this gift,
right?
And you went and you buried it,
right?
You didn't, I want to be able to say that whatever God has given me, I've utilized it. I've been recording for years, but I think this project is probably the first time I'm doing it right. Sometimes you can cut some corners, you can do things, you can go through certain people, and it may not come out. You may have done some things, oh, that was a good project, I'm glad to get it out, but some things you may regret. I don't want to regret, and I thank God for this process that I'm just going through every channel that I need to go through, the right channels, to make sure that this is a great project that I think it'll go down in history.
Great. Well, you want to know, this is good. You started off great, and you have I've listened to some more of your stuff. It's been great. The stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Don't shine down on. Don't frown on that. It's good stuff. Talk about your family real quick.
You know what? I'm blessed to be married to my wife, Jocelyn Avery.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Baptist Church teenagers. You remember that, Jocelyn?
Yeah. My wife actually taught me how to sing. I'm not the greatest singer, but she's my songbird. She taught me how to sing, and she actually was the first person to encourage me years ago when I had a choir called the Ministry Choir.
I remember.
Yeah, years ago, and I used to share songs with her. And she was like, "Man, you can start a choir, And she actually encouraged me to really, go forth in my music. She's actually a music major. I don't know if people even know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my family is definitely my number one supporters. My son Nigel, he's actually in the music. He's playing drums in church. He's actually doing videos now. Actually, I have a new video that's on YouTube.
We're going to look at a little bit of it as soon as this interview's over.
You have it? Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. For Miracle Working God. It's on YouTube. And my daughter, she's about to go to college, so me and my wife, we about to be free nesters, so.
Look, man, we're going to have you back because I want to talk some more about musicianship, about ministry, things of that nature, and about your long career, because there's a lot more to you that needs to be brought out.
Absolutely.
And you're starting to come out your shell.
Absolutely.
I'm going to help you.
Absolutely.
I got some more questions for you.
Absolutely.
But man, thank you so much for being on this show.
Yes, sir.
Y'all pick up his new single, Miracle Working God. Yes. Paul Avery, y'all. We'll be right back. Y'all just hang on. Let's go to his song, Miracle Working God by Paul Avery.
Oh, send your healing.
waiting. Come and hear us now.